Hi, this is Alex, our head of marketing. My name is Christian, and we are two of the 4 co-founders of hobbyDB. And that is not me, but one of the collectibles I had as a child. And I started selling those when I was 14 years old. In fact, I sold enough to pay for my MBA. I then moved on to eBay, where I racked up $32 million worth of sales. But I hated every single one of them. And here's why. Selling an item on eBay is a pain. You have to go to the page, fill in, find the selling page, fill in some information. They come up with a recommendation that sometimes does work, so you click through. You then have to add item specifics. For that, you have to go and look at the item. You then go back and fill those in. Then it asks for a description. You have to go back at the item, look at it. You go back, fill in the description. Then it will ask you for photos, which means you have to take the photos, add them to the computer, add them to the photo form. From there, you need to go to the price. You have to find that somewhere, so you get another website or look at a book, go back, fill in that price, move on to the shipping form, fill that in, and then you finally get to a list button, you list that, and now you're done, and it took 15 minutes. Let's do the same thing on hobbyDB. Same item, type in what you need, and lo and behold, it will come up. That's the item, and it also tells you the price. Thank you, hobbyDB. Now I click through, and now I click on the sell button, put in my condition degree. I don't need photos because this is a perfect mint item. Put in the price that we just given to you, list it, and you're done. That is 15 seconds or 60 times faster. Now let's talk about collectibles. It's perceived as a really small market, but in fact, 1 in 7 Americans has a collection of some kind. The 75 million collectors worldwide buy an item every week. That makes for a cool $200 billion in transaction every year. And we show these collectors the data the way they want to, from Batman to Snow White, all the way to Richard Petty. And it's working. All our KPIs are way up. And these 14 million items in our users' collections are now worth $300 million. We make money with a transaction fee, but we also have other ways of monetizing, such as selling trend data to the industry or brokerage insurance. And the investment that we put in the database is starting to work. 90% of our revenues in the last year came in the last quarter. And in June, we have a sea change whereby all of the inventory that has been now accumulated, the $300 million worth of inventory, is going to be available in our marketplace. We expect to 10 times our GMV this year and do the same next year. A little bit about the team. So Andrew and I worked together the last 12 years. He's our head of our product. And besides the eBay business, we also run the largest network of collector forums. Alex, our head of marketing, and David, our CTO, joined us after their respective communities backed by Techstars had their exits. And we also put together a board over the last 3 months with Gerhard, who started and sold the first European internet bank. Josh, ex-eBay, who co-founded Crafts, the largest consumer business in Colorado that has raised $106 million. And Judd, co-founder and CTO of Knip, which sold for $134 million to Twitter. Thanks for your time. I'm looking forward to your questions about hobbyDB and the $200 billion collectible market.
Very cool. Give it up for hobbyDB. Questions?
What markets are you in right now?
So we are in the Hot Wheels market, which is a $400 million opportunity for us, and in the Funko market. Funko is a company that does little figures of that size. It's a $425 million market. We're in those two, and from there we're going out to pop culture, which is a $10 billion market, so comics, film posters, action figures, and model cars, automobilia, which is an $18 billion market.
And where are your 150,000 users right now?
They are about 2/3 US, which represents the collecting universe, and the rest is the rest of the world.
How do you go about building and acquiring your database of collectibles, and how are you going to scale that?
We do that in 4 ways. So I copied the 4 moderator model, and I have 260 curators and 60 champions that add data. We also host 28 official archives for companies, and we're in discussion with 60 more. We then have acquired 12 websites that have databases, and we have an advisory council that has 69 members, and they've written 150 books, which they have given us permission to use, and they have websites, and they own 12 museums. So we have a number of ways of getting data in.
Have you experienced fakes, or how do you deal with authenticity on the platform?
That was my experience in eBay really came helpful. I had 600,000 transactions. I've seen it all. So what we do is we have a built-in escrow model. If you buy something, say from Alex, you pay us. We tell her ship. She ships to you. You tell us you're happy. We pay Alex. So that's a built-in escrow model. It also means we deduct our fee at source. So we never have to chase our sellers. And it means we sit on float, not only of our fee, but the whole GMV, which eventually will be valuable with interest rates going up.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, hobbyDB. Good work.
You'll find us on fundable.com/hobbyDB.
Fantastic.